trade to make a living, it becomes so difficult. If you trade to make an income month end, it becomes so difficult. This is why we tend to see people start doing account management, start selling signals, selling all these other things to supplement that, right? And I always say this to people, is that trading is not, we must understand what trading is, right? It's an investment tool, right? It's not an income generator tool.
Warren Buffett was once told in the '08 crash, Mr. Buffett, you have lost $10 million today. Do you know what he said? He said, I haven't lost anything. I haven't sold. Me and Buffett have the same mindset. I'm tens of thousands in loss on my Euro USD trades, but I haven't lost anything because I haven't closed the trade. No stop loss. We share that mindset, and inshallah, the markets will turn around and I will be profitable. That's the problem with these traders nowadays. Stop losses, closing their trades. Don't close, don't lose.
Exactly, yeah.
Hello. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, so you can't hear me since I've been talking?
No, sir.
Ah,
No, sir. No, sir.
We couldn't hear anything.
oh my God. Okay. Now I think I need to start afresh. Okay, like I'm saying that tonight is Friday, which we know that every Friday we normally have our classes, which is the last day of the trading day of the week. And today is not ordinary Friday, it's Friday that comes with end of the month, which you know, people that are already in my platform since last year knows every last day of the month, or let me say first day of the month, but unfortunately tomorrow is the first day of March, which is weekend, there won't be trade. So definitely I will do my rollover tonight on my account, okay? So that is what I'm saying, and I don't know that nobody is hearing me. We are going to have about 50 minutes. We spend 50 minutes in the class, and we have 10 minutes to ask questions. If you know that you are the one that you ask one question and later you come back for second question, it's not allowed any longer. Have your pen and your paper, write all your questions together, and you ask me once and for all. You don't need to come back and ask second question, third question, so that we manage our time properly. So today we are going to access some of our members' accounts. Some of them spoke with me, and I can see that many didn't understand what we are saying. Somebody says still no audio. We cannot hear your voice. Are you sure there's people cannot hear me? Hello?
No, sir. I can hear you.
It was a message before we heard you, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. All right. So what am I saying? So we are going to use some of the accounts of the members I want to just talk about them and to talk about what some people are doing wrong with their own personal account, okay? And we move to another account. This is the first account I'm going to this is the first account I'm going to talk about. The owner of this account spoke to me this morning, so I asked her to let me have access to the account because I want to use it in the class. I think she funded this account in is this September 13, 2024. And the robot has been trading on the account. And when the robot edged, the person just abandoned the robot. So she abandoned it and she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't talk to me. She doesn't come to my class properly until we have engagement this morning to talk. Then I realized that this person left the account since November 28, 2024, doing nothing. And if we are not using edging strategy, this account will have been gone. It will have been blown off. But because we edge our trades, so that's why this account was, imagine if you are running an account and the lot size, you can see the lot size is 0.2, 0.2, then Actually, I've worked on this account this morning. I've worked on it for her this morning. So what am I trying to say, guys? You see, some people think that because I'm trading in cents, don't let me take it serious. The day I put $10,000 or put $5,000 or $1,000, then I'll be trading in dollar, then I'll take it serious. Don't let me lie to you. If you cannot be serious with $5, you are not disciplined to be a trader that will have discipline to trade $5. If you like put $50,000, you are going to blow it. You are going to waste it. This business move with people that have respect for money and they are well disciplined. So this morning, what I did on this account, I'm going to share it with every one of us, and I want people to partake in what we are going to discuss. Okay. So the person loaded this account with how much? 11,150 cents. Now, if you look at the profit as at this night, we are talking is 95 cents. Okay. So today I try to work on this account. Let's go to today. And I rip off 1,319 cents out of this account from the profit she has made before. Can somebody tell me what I am trying to do to save this account? Can somebody tell me quickly? Because you know our practical class is normally interactive class, so that everybody will be sharing his own opinion.
Can I say so?
Please, you have to raise up your hand first before you talk, so that everybody not be talking at the same time. What do you think I am trying to do with this account for me to roll over almost the profit? Yes, Mr. Apelele, unmute yourself.
You are reducing your risk, say, in the positions.
Okay, we are reducing the risk in the position. That's number one. But what is the major thing that I'm trying to correct? What you are saying is a correct answer, but what is the major thing that I'm trying to correct? Any other person? We are reducing the risk. Yes, it's one of the reasons why we roll over. But what is the major thing that I'm trying to correct? If you look at this account properly, let's say it happens to you and you want to salvage your hard-earned money. You don't want to lose it. Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris, unmute yourself. I can see your hand.
You are trimming. You are
Pardon?
trimming the account. You are trimming the account.
Yes, yes, we are trimming the account. It's fine, trimming rollover. But what is exact thing that I want to achieve? By doing, you can see that the major profit that this account has made, I've already used it to trim or rollover. What am I trying to protect? Okay, Raina.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what am I trying to do?
Maybe you're trying to do price zone management, sir.
Okay, we are not doing price zone management currently. Okay, let me tell you what I'm trying to do. What is the first law of trading? Anybody? Mr.
Always
Pelele,
secure your capital.
right now, you have to raise
Always
up your hand
secure.
first before you talk. Mr. Pelele.
So my reaction, he is
Mr.
not
Pelele,
working properly.
right now, leave the class, leave the mic. Mr. Pelele.
Protect your capital at all means, sir.
Thank you, sir. No matter how brilliant you are in the market, the only thing that you have to be doing every time is to protect your capital. You don't trade to look for profit. You trade to protect your capital. If you can have that energy, you can have the strategy that can make you protect your capital, there's no way profit will not come in. But profit is not your first target. It's your secondary target. Your first target in the industry, in the trading industry, is your capital must be protected. So what I want to do, what I'm trying to do with this account is to make sure that I protect the capital of this account. So now that means I roll over and we saw that if you look at this account again, how much did this person started the account with? He started with maybe 11,150 or so, 11,150. And if you look at the balance, you see I have 11,245. So now I did all the rollover just to minimize the risk and make sure that I close as many trades as possible. But anytime you are doing this, you must make sure that your balance total is not going below your capital. Once because you can remember, you will remember that this capital, the capital for this account is 11,150. So if you now roll over until you get like 11,000, you have lost 150. Then it means you will start losing money. So anytime you are rolling over or you are trimming, make sure that you don't make a mistake of making your balance go below your deposit. So now let me go back to today on this account. I don't want to waste too much time on this account. I just want us to learn some things from it. You can see how many lot size I trim off. You can see this is a very huge lot size. So to support Mr. Apelele that we are reducing the risk, yes, you can see how many risks that I've reduced by doing that. And I make sure that this account doesn't lose the value of its deposit. So we want to do what we call reset. Maybe by next week in month of March, I'll be monitoring this account with the owner so that we can do proper reset and we start working on the account properly again. So that is what I want us to learn on this account. You know, this is a live account. It's a real money. No matter what anybody say, maybe it's demo, I mean, maybe it's cent or dollar, it's real money. Money is money. So now let's move to the second account of one of our members. Both of them did the same thing. This person too said for the past 3 months or 2 months, he didn't touch his account. If you remember this account properly, we did I think our last Friday I used this account also. So but the account is normalized a bit. You can see that the person too, let me see, he deposited 5,000 and the account is still above 5,000 despite the fact that the person ran away from the account. I don't know what is making them running away when it is time for them to work hard on the account. But we have tried to salvage the account. And what I'm seeing here now, I don't know, maybe we could be able to do some things here. Chef, and this another chef, or AUD. I don't think we now have anything to do here for now. So this is 2 accounts we need to talk about. They are member account, and you know, when anybody has issue and it's a pressurized issue, I normally tell you, send me your detail so that I can quickly work on the account for you. So that, because I know, you know, you need to build courage and that confidence for you to do many of these things by yourself. But I'm here as a mentor to at least to hold your hand and build your confidence back. And I'm very happy the 2 of them now, they can see what we are talking about and they are very happy that they don't lose their money. Even though they were wasted sometimes, some months that is supposed to have good profit. But the most important thing is many people believe that when you trade Forex, you blow it. It depends on the kind of strategy you are using. In my side, we don't blow account. And like I used to tell you, personally, for the past 16 years, I've not blown any of my accounts. So these 2 accounts, we are going to stop talking about them. Now, let's move to our student account that we have been doing. We have been using since 2024. Let me share the account also, because those ones, we need to work on them for sure. What is this account? Screen. I think it's this one. Please pardon me. Let me just check the account properly. I just need to pull out the right account. 6629. Okay, this is the account. Please, you let me know if you see this new screen that I'm pulling out.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay, you can. If you look at this is account that we have been trading since 2024. I think one of them, we are going to deal with the two of them because since since December when we went for break, I've not been dealing with this account properly. But before we do anything, let's go to FX Blue because that is the site that we're going to use to know what exactly we want to do tonight on these two accounts. Then after that, we move to another two accounts that is for funded accounts, and we talk about it also. Then we call it a day. So let me quickly log into this account and we'll see how we are going to roll over this account as end of the month. We normally do end of the month rolling over. So you pardon me, I'm supposed to load this account before the class, but I'm busy with other things here. Okay. Okay, let me first of all share the, what we call it, the FS Blue. That's where we are going to see what we're going to do. Did you see my FS Blue site?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay, let me see which one of the account is this? Monthly table. Okay, this is the first account. Let's look for the second account. Okay, let's start from the first account. Actually, this is the second account. The first account, why it's loading, we are going to talk about this, and we start working on this one straight away. You can see that in February, which the month that ended today, this account did 4.3%. But we need to do some rollover on this account. We can't keep all this 4.3. You see, the reason why I normally let people see all this is because you need to be you need to know, that our strategy, we don't use stop loss. So the only thing we can do is market doesn't take from us. Our strategy, we give market what we think we know we want to give to the market. So, and that boosted our confidence as a trader. But when market is taken away from you, then you lost your psychology of trading. So that's the difference between what we are doing and what other traders are doing out there. Because we trade like hedge fund manager, okay? So now you can see that I normally say my return per month is between 1.5 to 5% per month. If you can do that consistently, you'll be one of the best traders in the world. I'm not lying to you guys. So now we have 4.3 on this account, and we cannot keep this 4.3 because the account needs a rescue, which I'm going to show us. So the first we need to do is, let's say we want to take half of this profit back to the market to control our risk against month of March, okay? That is what I want to do. That's exactly what I do with all my accounts. And that is why I can trade for 3 years, 4 years with the same single deposit, because I know when to give back to the market and I know when to keep. So if you can be disciplined to know all those, then it's going to be difficult for you to say you can't trade and make good profit in the market, okay? So now, this account now, we've seen that is 4.3. Let me write it somewhere. The profit for February is 4.3%. So we want to take this 4.3 and use it to make to reduce some risk against month of March. Month of March can be better than month of February. But if we don't do all these things properly, March, we can struggle with it also. So now let me go back to the account that we are talking about in particular here. So let me share the screen again, which is this. So you let me know. You let me know if you saw my chart now.
We can see the chat, sir.
All right, sir. Okay, now this is the account we saw on FS Blue that gave us 4.3. But if you look at this account, one of the assets that is destroying this account is gold. And this is what I used to tell people. Anybody that wants to trade gold for fast income, it's not possible. You're going to blow your account because gold is crazy. It's very, very volatile. And if you look at this account since July 25, 2024, we are on this trade. If you are not edge trader, this account will have gone long ago. So the only thing that draw this account down is asset called gold. So I will want to see what we can do to gold tonight, if it will permit us to roll over so that we can reduce this risk on gold against month of March. Okay, so now let's try to do that. The first thing is I'll bring out my, okay, let's come to history first, custom, and we want to do custom from February 1 till date to the last of the March. So in February, we did $525 on this account, and that is equivalent to 4.3% we saw. So if we divide this by 2, that means we are going to be keeping 2 point something %. But can it work? So now we need to use what we call our edging calculator. I think we need to use it properly tonight. Let me look for it. Okay, I think it's this. So let's open it. Okay, this is an edging calculator. Let me try to put our chart behind the calculator. Foreground, okay? Now, so what we want to do now is we want to see if we can trim or roll over majority of our profit to preserve what gold has taken as a float, okay? So if you look at the gold, we're going to do, what is gold? Okay, let me go back. So gold, especially this gold that enter the market in this trade, the July 25 trade, is the one that is weighing down the profit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to calculate everything that we have as a float. It's a decision we need to make because we need our account to be preserved. And if we don't make good profit in February, since we have our capital and we have reduced our risk on it, March, April, May, June is still there, we can make good profit. It's just a decision we need to make, okay? So now the first thing I need to do is to input, this is a sell trade. I come to sell on my calculator and I want to input the lot size, which is 0.05. The profit and loss, it doesn't really matter, it's a profit, it could be loss. It should be 217, let me say 218 approximately. Okay. Then remember that we have a float, a swap minus $35. So I will say minus 35, I will say minus 36. So we don't have anything there, but let's say here, 36. Okay. Now, all of them are still running under 0.05, okay? So we just want to know, we just want to see this total, okay? So now we put 0.05 here, 0.05. And what is the total? 2454. 2454, that's the total. Okay. Now our profit for the month, our profit for the month is 525. Okay. If we divide 525 by 2, which is half of it, it will be 262. 262. Now, if you look at 262, calculator is telling us that there's nothing we can trim with this information. There's nothing we can trim with this information. That's number one. And we have to do something because this account has stayed long enough for us to start working on it. Okay. So now let's use 300. Let's say 300. Now, when we are using 300, we have used more than 2.5. We have used more than 5% of what we make in February on this account. Let's use 300. You can see that 300 doesn't do anything on this account also. So if we use all the total profit we made in February on this, which is 525. 525. Yeah. 525. That means if we use all the profit to make in February, we can only close 0.01 lot size from this trade. The question now is, does it really worth it? Can we do that? Or can we say, okay, let's try to trim this account in month of March? We trim it bit by bit. Or can we say, okay, let's see if we use January and February trade, January and February. What is going on? I want to. I'm coming, please. It's like I don't know what is going on here. Did my system hang or what? Oh, okay. Let's say we say, okay, let's try to look at January to February. What does the 2 months give us? Okay, January to February. You see, all this decision is a decision that you need to learn to make by yourself as a trader. You need to know what you really want and how do you really want to manage your fund. But the most important thing is nothing must touch your capital. And don't keep on wasting your investment time. Sometimes what I mean by investment time is, now this is January and February result. Imagine I put it on the calculator, which is 673. I can still trim only 0.01 lot size of this gold. So to me, it doesn't make any investment sense to me, as in to me, that I should waste the 2 months, January, February, to close only 0.01 of my of this account. So in my own decision, what I'm going to think is, okay, my account is long-term investment. Why can't I give the month of March opportunity to see, maybe by that time I will have do price zone management on this account, instead for me to lose $673 to roll over only 0.01 of my account. To me, it doesn't really worth it. This doesn't really worth it for me. So instead, I'm going to leave this account to keep on running like this until I have opportunity to do maybe price zone management or roll it over. And if you look at this account, I'm running second chart already. Let's quickly look at it. If you put your mouse, if you look at it very well, if you look at what is popping out from my chart very well, you can see that my expert ID is number 2. That means I'm using robot on the chart 2 already, which I started, I think, this week. So that means I can give the robot on the second chart opportunity to manage this account for me as well. So instead for me to close all my 2 months energy profit to rectify 0.01 gold, I will leave it like this. That is my own decision. But if you are the one that is trading, you may say, no, this thing is scary. Maybe it's making you scared. You know, a lot of us, we get scared when we see some things. Somebody like me, I don't get scared of anything in trading, you know. So I will leave it like this, and I will move on to another thing. Okay. So please, if you have a question, be jotting down your question with everything I've been talking about. So we need to move to second account, which is our account that we are trading. We are trading 2 accounts since last year that we normally use in the class. This is the first one. I've concluded on it. I'm going to leave the gold like this. I've started running my chart 2 already. So with my chart 2, I will see if I can overcome the order in month of March. Okay, so this is the second account. So before we do anything on this account, we need to go to FX Blue to check what have we made for the month. So now on this first account, please, did you see my FX Blue, guys? Are you seeing my FX Blue now?
Yes, I will say.
So now for the month of February 2025, we leave 4.3 return on investment. We leave it like that. We don't want to lose everything, because now, even if we add January, which is 1.4, plus February, which is 4.3, that is 5.7. Because of gold is still not going to, I think we can reduce that gold to about 0.03. Let me take 2 months to reduce my gold in risk. But even when I use January, February, I can only trim 0.01. Why can't I leave it? I can even leave it till December 2025. I don't care. I don't care, because it can't waste my my investment time. Okay, so now that is what we are going to do on that. Let's move to the second chart, second account. This is the second account we use since last year also. We break it down to monthly return, and you can see that in February on this account, we just did only 0.9% return over investment. So I don't really know what make this account to have 0.9. But let's check together what happened and what can we do to this account. You can see that the good thing is we didn't lose any of our money. And any of our capital is still intact with whatever thing we are doing. So that's the first thing I used to tell everybody. Once your capital is intact, profit will come. But when you are running after profit, you're going to lose your capital. And once you lose your capital, you are no more a trader. You are no more a trader. That is it. Okay. So now, let's now come back to our charts. Let's come back to our chart. So please let me know if you see the screen now so that I will not just be talking while you are not seeing the screen.
Yes, sir, we can see the screen.
Okay, thank you, sir. So now we can see that on this account, if you ask me what is the problem of this account, I will tell you the problem of this account is a USD Japanese yen. If you look at USD Japanese yen, this Japanese yen has been running since July 2, 2024. I think the month of July 2024, something happened because that's when most of my accounts edge and I've been trying to trim them. So what are we going to do on this account is that because we don't trade, I don't think, no, there's no gold account, there's no gold asset on this account. So what we are going to do now is let's go and look at what did we made in the month of February. We have seen it as 0.9, but we want to see it. What happened? What happened again? What's wrong with this thing? Why is it behaving like this time? Okay, now this is let's look at what we made in the month of February. The month of February we did that 0.9 we saw is equivalent to 103. Okay, it's equivalent to $103 for the month of February. So now what I want to do is I want to eradicate I want to try to eradicate this US Japanese yen. But if you look at what is happening, if you look at if you carefully look at the screen now, you see that the first one is manually placed. That's the one that we have been trimming since July 2024. And if you look at the second one, also is manually placed. If you look at the third one is robot trading, chart 2. That means chart 2 is running on this account also. So what I'm going to do here now is that I'm going to trim this 0.03, which is since July. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it on my calculator, which is 0.03. The floating loss is 222, but I will say 223. Then what is our profit for the whole month? 103. I'll put 103 here. So if you look at what happened here, for me to use all what we make in month of February, I'm going to reduce the lot size by 1, and I'm going to keep 0.02. Did you see that? So that is what the calculator is telling me now, which I won't mind. I won't mind at all to do that because the month is just 0.9. If 0.9 investment can reduce my risk by 0.01, then I'm good to go. I'll do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm coming to my buy on my USD Japanese yen, right click on it, modify it, and do what? Come here, market execution. I partial close 0.01, and I say, okay, good. So that means everything I make in the month of February, I've sacrificed it for that account. But remember, I didn't do it to become 0. Out of that 103, I still keep $29. So, you know, if you understand all these things we are doing, if you understand it critically, there's no way you are going to be afraid of trading anymore. Because trading is not about all these things that we were told, trend line, support resistance, no, it's just pure arithmetics. Understand, why do you want to roll over? Why do you want to retreat? When do you do it? How convenient for you to give back to the market to keep this? Once you understand that, you don't waste your time on all this nonsense education that you see online, or the broker is calling you to come and come for seminar that they want to teach you. To me, it's a stupid idea. When you say a broker that want to take my money is telling me to come, that they want to teach me how to make money from them, I don't even waste my time. I've done it in the past when I don't know anything. You understand? Broker will give you a plate of food, maybe $10 or $15 plate of food on Saturday seminar, and they will encourage you to put $50 or $100 that they know they will collect back from you within 1 week or 2 days, and they will now be teaching you Bolinga Bank for Fibonacci. I don't do all those things. This is exactly the way I trade, and I'm proud to tell you that in the month of February, I have 6 funded students that they get funded account. And this is what every one of them are using. If you come to my class, forget about all those nonsense education that they have been taught. We have been taught for a very long time. Just stick to a arithmetics with a trading tools that you are going to get from our platform. You use all those trading tools to your maximum. So this is what I'm going to do on this account. We try to do what? I try to roll over all my monthly return just to reduce the risk, because I want to do better in month of March on this USD JPY. It's the one holding this account down for a very long time, because it has been holding it down since July 2nd, 2024. And can you imagine when you open a trade for 9 months, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, you know, you are running an account for 7 months, and you are not even afraid that you are going to blow. The account can be blown. The account cannot blow. Once you do your mathematics very well, it can't blow. Just give it back to market, take it back next month, double. That is it. So now that's what I'm going to, that's the decision I want to take here. I want to take on this, my USD JPY, so that I reduce the risk. And you can see the risk has been reduced to 0.02. I'm not going to, it's not going to be edge, because Magic 2 chart is running on it. Like I said, if you look at this pop out information here, you will see that Magic 2 is already running on the VPS. So the robot is managing the account, but just for me to reduce the old trade profit, that's what I did. I mean, old trade risk, that's what I did. I reduced the risk by 0.01, which is okay for me. I don't have any problem. And I still keep little profit for the month of February, not that I make it negative, okay? So everything is okay like that. So these are the things, these are the 4 accounts I want us to deal with today. And what we just learned from here is the first 2 accounts I show from the members. Guys, don't leave your account without managing it for months. No, leaving your account for 3 months, 2 months, because you know that it cannot be easily blown. But it's to put you a stress, to put you heavy work when you come back after 3 months. If you have something, if something is going on with your account and you don't know, you know, just chat me up and book one-on-one with me, and let us look at it together. That is why I'm your mentor. Let's look at it together. I'll tell you, look, why can't you take this decision? Let's take this decision. The most important thing is our capital must be saved at all time. So at all time, because our capital is our weapon in the market. Once we lose it, we don't have anything to fight the battle with the market again. So after this, I'm going to go to our AXI funding. We have 2 accounts I just want to show us tonight. 2 of them have edge. I think we will work on them on Tuesday, next week, Tuesday and Friday. But I just want to talk about the account, because somebody asked me a question And the question, I need to answer the question in the class about the funded account. So let's move to the funded account. After this funded account, then we have a Q&A section. And after that, we call it a day. Mr. Hans, I can see you raise up your hand, but you know that I will not call you until after my class. So now let's quickly go to the funded account part so that we can, I think, is it this one? Okay, let me see. Did you see my new chart? I don't know, maybe it's the right one, sir. Please?
Yes, sir, we can
Yes,
see it,
sir.
Chad.
Okay. So if you look at this, the reason why I want to talk about this is because one of our members asked me a question that if you look at this account is already funded $5,000, but the person said minus $78 is more than 10%. And why do they fund the account? Because we must not have up to minus 10% drawdown. I want to tell the person the answer, but I said, let me, because maybe some of us in the group also have the same feeling and we don't know how to ask. So I want to talk about this tonight. You see, everything we are doing is pure arithmetics. That's the way I'm trading, and that's what I'm trying to impact on every one of us on our platform. Okay. Now let me ask, if we are doing the wrong thing, in less than 2 months, we've created 9 members that they have funded account. So how come we'll be doing the wrong thing and people will keep on getting funding capital? No, we are not doing the wrong thing. The reason why many of us are struggling with what we are doing is because you have been trading for the past 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, but you have been taught a wrong thing. And those wrong things has already sink in your brain and in your blood. So you are struggling to understand the right thing, but because it's the right thing, but to you it's not the right thing because it doesn't make sense. But it doesn't make sense, but it's giving a result. So let it make sense by erasing those wrong education and come to our platform with open mind and you start seeing things working out. This account was loaded with, let's go there. This account was loaded with $598 in January 3rd. Okay. So now, for you not to qualify for funding, immediately your capital is minus 10% drawdown. Funding company will not fund you because you've breached the rule and regulation. And if you look at minus 78.44, that is the float now, majority of people who said is more than 10%. Okay, let's try to do some calculation. And I want to prove something. I want to prove something to us, but it's logical. It's logical reasoning. Maybe what makes me have this kind of confidence because I've been a mathematician myself, you know. So I understand how to manipulate figures properly. So if we said, let's bring out our calculator. I don't know, maybe you guys will be able to see my calculator. Please, I want us to see my calculator. So please, if you don't see my calculator, please tell me you don't see my calculator. I want you to see my calculator. It's like you are seeing my calculator, right?
We can see.
We can see it. Okay. So if you look at 78.39, let's say 78.39 multiplied by 100 is going to give us this, okay? Divided by our capital, which is 598. You can see that our drawdown, according to this arithmetic, is minus 13%. So you will see that this minus 13 is more than minus 10. Why do they fund this account when the drawdown is minus 13? No, you get it wrong. Remember that we are hedging trader. We are hedge trader. We are not trader that use stop loss. So we are indirectly saving some information that people doesn't understand in arithmetics concept. Okay. Now, I will now come back to ask now to do the right calculation for this. If you come to your equity, Our equity is 563. Our deposit is 598 minus 563. We have 35. So from our capital, we have minus 35 that is out. So it's this minus 35 that AXI will use to justify our drawdown, not the float this time around. So if I multiply this by 100, then divide it by 598, my capital, my drawdown on this account is minus 5.85, not minus 13. That is why AXI fund this account. You see, arithmetic is very funny, and we need to know it, especially when it comes to application of it to trading. My own strategy needs arithmetics, and that is my weapon. You can see what happened now. Today, AXI is changing they are changing the policy today. Now, if you have 5%, you must have, from March, you must have 7% before you can do profit sharing. Because in 1 month, in less than 2 months, we have created a lot of funded students. And this is what we are using. So things will become a little bit tougher and tougher and tougher. But if you understand what we are teaching on this platform, there's nowhere in the world broker will be running away from you. Not that because you are doing something bad, but because you know what you are doing in the market. So this is the way to calculate this. I think the person that asked this question is in the group. I saw him. So I think I've answered your question now tonight. Because if I don't want to do this in between me and you alone. Because I know some of us in the platform too will be asking the same similar question. That how come the funded account that is minus 13%? It's not minus 13%. This is minus 5%, because when you say drawdown, you have to justify the drawdown with your capital you start business with. So I think I've cleared the board. I've made everything clear to every one of us. I'm going to stop the class here tonight, and we move to Q&A section. So please, I think Mr. Andy will be the first person to call because he has raised up the hand for a very long time. Mr. Hans, what's your question?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my question was on when you were trying to explain how to roll over February's profit into, so that you can be able to work well in March.
Okay. What is the problem there?
What I noticed, when you took part of the profit and put on the calculator,
yeah,
the calculator asks you to roll over 1%, 0.1 lot size.
The calculator will tell me to close 0.01 lot size. Yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed when you close, you didn't balance the leg. So that's what I'm worried.
Yeah. You see, the reason why there's little balance. You remember that I put the 0103. The 0103 is the thing we supply to calculator. That doesn't mean the calculator has done its own calculation. It's just telling us that the maximum we can trim is 0.01. That doesn't mean that it's going to use all the 103. It will use what it needs to use and leave the remaining one for us. That is why the calculator is very, very important in edging. And that's why I develop it for all the members. So that you don't make, because during the time when I teach the first set of people, I think Mr. Hand, you are one of we are one of the first sets that we normally use calculation 0.01 times something divided by you. Are you there? Are you with us that time?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, that time, many of our members are making mistakes. That's why I developed the calculator. Calculator will calculate it for you with 0% error, and it's going to take, if 100% of 103 is what it's going to use, it's going to use it, but it will never do it in such a way that you are going to have negative. It's not possible. That's why we are using calculator. So because we put 103 there, and the 103 is what we made in February, does not mean the calculator will say we must use everything. Calculator calculate everything and make sure that we don't have negative value. Did you understand me, sir?
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I was saying this because remember I was the first person that made a fatal mistake here when I just started in October. When I got excited and when I closed one of my legs.
Mr. Hans, I didn't hear you properly. It's like you are far away from your maybe laptop or your phone or wherever, but I'm just struggling to hear you. And you have to be quick so that you can cover the other people that are waiting. So can you come again, sir?
Yeah, okay. What I'm trying to ask is that when I started with you in October,
yes, sir,
I was so excited when I saw my profits coming up with the robot. So I went and closed one leg.
Okay.
Then when you came now and you assisted me in adjusting the leg back, in inverting the leg. Yeah. So this thing made me now in November and December I went on a negative.
Okay.
So January I made 5.4. Then this February I went aggressive and put the robot but on the 15 minutes time frame. So but the February itself was a very nice month for me because I made 28%. So I want now to 28% here.
Okay.
So I want to see how I can roll over part of the profit of February, so that if I have some exchange here, then I want to redeem the next.
Mr. Hans, long story short, call me next week when market open. Let's have one-on-one class so that we can attend to other people raising up their hand. Mr. Pelele, Mr. Hans, next week, book one-on-one section with me, then we check together. So, Mr. Pelele.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. I hope you are better.
Yeah, sure.
I want to understand our zones on our price zones better. I understand the verified zone. I understand the zone that has been tested and the one that has been tested twice. The one that I do not understand, it is the 10 code zone. Okay. Can you please elaborate more on the 10 code zone?
Okay. You see, the zone, price zone, let me check something quickly. You see, the price zone, the way I developed the price hunter, let me go to the settings, is that you as a trader, as time goes on, when everybody is okay, you understand everything, you can change all these things. I think you are seeing the settings, Mr. Apelele.
Yes, sir, I see them. I understand them.
Yeah, if you look at where I click, you see zone show turn code. You can see I off it. In most cases, I can on it. When I on it, I will tell you the work of turn code. The word of okay, I'll tell you later. Let me just finish now. Then you see all this untested and weak. If you are the type of trader that you don't want to see untested and weak zone on your chart, and you don't want to see turn code, you see I off all of them. If I say okay, you see what is going to happen now. You can see that you only see verified zone now on my chart. Before, there's a verified and untested. So you can still reset your indicator. I make sure I did it that way because all of us have different way of trading. But the reason why I normally trade with untested and turn codes is that all this weak zone, sometimes they hold value to the extent that price, you can see now when I put it back, you see, to the extent that price reacts on those zones. So that's why I on it on my chart, and for many people by default, if you install it by default, it will on. But you see turn code. The turn code is when market, for example, if you look at what happened here, let me just do annotation here for every one of us to see. If you look at here, look at where the price is. Immediately this price do like this, and cuts. This is the zone. And price break it. Sometimes this zone is going to disappear. But if this zone is like this and market move, and cut it up again, the software will be telling you that this area, this zone, is very powerful zone, and it will not change it to turn code. That is why you will normally see turn code. Instead for it to delete, it will just tell you that it's a turn code zone because it's very strong. Market is price stayed there, price reacted on that place for very long time, for several times. So, and when I say turn code, I give it a lot of attention because I will realize that market is working in that zone several times. That's why the software is telling me that this area is a turn code zone. But it doesn't change the principle of supply and demand that we are using. Is that clear, Mr. Pelele?
It's a very clear, sir, because I'm asking because my charts are showing me that is zone at that moment. So that's why I'm asking. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. So let's go to Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joseph Chukwu.
Thank you, Mr. Hala. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So I have one major question. Please pardon, my child is in the background.
Okay.
So how do you manage price zone for synthetic assets, considering the volatility? You know that sometimes you place a pending order, and when the market crashes or booms, it kind of pushes your pending order, and it doesn't pick that pending. So how do you manage the volatility? I mean, how do you manage price zone management based on the volatility of the synthetic assets? Thank you.
Yeah. You see what you are saying? Yeah, it's normally happen to boom and crash, if I'm right. Can you confirm that to me, sir?
Very correct, sir. Correct, sir.
Yeah. Okay, let's quickly use my own account, my volatility account, my boom and crash. Deriv SG, I think is this. You can see, let me know if you are seeing my screen now.
Yes, we are.
Yes, you are seeing it.
Okay, this is my own Deriv account. This is my boom. I've been on crash 1000. Actually, if not because you mentioned it, this class is a separate class. It's our Sunday class. I'm supposed to do this chart on Sunday. You see, because boom and crash have spike, and that spike is moving with force. So it will it will push that's the way the reef did their thing. It's not normal. It's not a normal way, but that's the way they did their assets. And they've told us, all of us that we are trading in, that is a fake algorithm. It's computer generated market. But because we can make good money from it, that is why all of us goes there. You understand? So the way I manage it is that when it pushes, for example, if you look at, let me see, these are my trades today. Okay, look, if you look at this one I drag, and you see what I drag now, sir? Hello, Mr.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is my pending order. You can see it's below my demand zone. I've already calculated it that if there's a spike, and the spike is very powerful. Let me put annotation there. Let's say there's a spike from here, and the spike is very powerful like this. The candle is like this. The reef will pick my price at the bottom here. They will shift all my pending order from here to this bottom here. I don't have a choice. There's nothing anybody can do to it. The only thing is, just make sure when you understand how to manage your price zone very well, so that they won't hit you hard. And that is why I don't use, if you look at this account, no, don't let me talk about this account. If you join the Sunday class, you will see what I want to show us there. So the price zone management on Deriv is on boom and crash that it normally pushes. But if you're trading on volatility, volatility behaves like normal forex. It won't push it, it won't shift it. So there's nothing we can do to that than just to manage it and struggle to make money from them. That is all I can say. Is that clear, Mr. Joseph?
Thank you so much. Very clear, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Okay, do we have anybody in the house that want to ask a question? Or we call it a day and go and enjoy our weekend? Okay, now, in the absence of no question, I think every one of us, the little we did tonight, it's not clear for the first people that are joining us for the first time, but people that are already with us for 1 year or almost 1 year, they have used to what we are doing here. They have used to what the way we trade. And you can imagine if somebody said he is trading for the first time and he has not lost account, he has not lost his or her first deposit for the past 8 months, and is trading for the first time. Those are the people I normally count them as a lucky people. Because people like even me that I'm talking, I blew my account more than $100,000 before I reached this stage. But you see, I normally envy those ones that discover this platform for the first time and they put their first deposit and their first deposit is still dancing for the past 8 months. Some of them are the people that normally run away when they don't know what to do. They will leave their account for 2 months, 3 months. And later they will come and say, no, I don't know what to do. That's why I leave it. So they are very lucky people, but just stay with us with open mind. What we are talking here, you won't see it on YouTube. You won't see it on Facebook. You won't see it on Instagram. And we trade every time with live money because we are doing the real thing. We are not just lying to people, showing them blue screen or showing them cars. We are trading money. And we are proud to tell people we are trading money. One of our members is getting allocation of 100,000 in a few months' time, which is a plus to our membership platform. So I thank every one of you, and I thank you for your time. Until we meet again next week, we are going to have another class on Tuesday and Friday and Sunday. So Tuesday class is just like preamble class for new people joining us, just to make sure that they key into what we have done last year. That's what we do mostly on Tuesday classes. But Friday and Saturday are for professional people that have been trading, get their finger bent, and they came back to Forex and now they are making it and they want to know more. So having said that, I'll say good night for every one of us and we'll have a blessed weekend and bye-bye.
Good night, sir.
Bye.
Good night.